What's going on?
How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah. Talking to Sterling, and he said, have Joey buy the drums. He's creative, he's gonna love it. Like, are you good at the drums, or you just like to play?
I'm alright, you know, but
yeah.
like, I just kind of...
Can we see something, if you want? Just a little something?
Not really, I feel
really?
nervous now.
A little something?
I feel nervous. I feel nervous. You're nervous.
I never knew you had.
You know what? I don't really play drums. Like every time, basically, we got this studio that we go to in it's called AMF Studios in like Epping, sides Essex, and it's like every time I go there, this guy James who owns it, he's got like drum kit, and every time we're there and rehearsing or doing what we're doing, whenever we've got free time, I just jump on the drums, just kind of, I don't know, I just love it. I just love the. I'm a kind of a, I got what's it called, a guilty pleasure. It's like I love rock. I love like pop rock, that kind of stuff. So when I see drums or electric guitars or stuff like that, I just get a little bit gassed. So I wish I could play piano, yeah, but I wish I could play guitar the most. I wish. Every time I see Prince play guitar, and it's just, oh, I wish I could do that.
You know, it's interesting. Every time I've seen you, like, I could tell you're influenced by Michael Jackson as well. But,
yeah.
When you were dancing and saying and I asked you, I said, well, who taught you how to dance? He's like, nah, like, this is just me. Because I said to you, do you guys have choreographers? He's like, no, we just go with the vibe. Yeah,
it's really weird. It's like, because for me, I think from when I was young, I just love watching TV. I could just imitate really well. I could watch something, imitate it, do it. My sisters always used to tell me, I got like 3 older sisters, and they used to always tell me, oh, you can dance, oh my god, you can dance. But obviously I never took it seriously because I was just young. But it's really weird out of the group, like when we get approached on the street or by different people or wherever we are, people always say to me, oh, you're that crazy one, you're the one with the energy, you're the one that's always dancing, you're the dancer, you're the dancer. And it's really weird because I think obviously Sterling went to Erding Academy, did dance, like trained dancer. Kaz was a dancer before he was a singer, and obviously done street dance and all that kind of stuff, and I've never kind of done it or anything like that or learned, and a lot of people think that I'm the one who's been to like dance school or been there and learned how to do it, and really I just vibe, man.
But you look technically, when I say you look like you're technically trained though, even though it's natural, the movement, I was like...
Because you know what it is, it's like when you think about it, obviously because I watch Michael Jackson a lot, when you watch him, he's a very technical dancer. When you see the positions he put his foot, and his movements are really sharp, and he hits really hard. And because I've been watching him and learning him for so long, when I copy him or do what I'm doing, even if I'm just vibing and I'm not really doing Michael Jackson moves, I still hit hard and I turn sharp. So people automatically think I'm kind of trained or this, that and the other. But yeah, I think it's just picking the things up. I'm watching, yeah, I just vibe. I feel music in my body, innit? And as soon as I feel that, I could just close my eyes and dance for hours.
Kaz told us the story of when he first met you.
Yeah.
He was saying that I think you were somewhere you weren't supposed to be.
Yeah.
And he was about to walk out with this girl group.
The girl group, yeah.
Yeah. So tell me about your recollection of that situation.
That was like, it was really weird. Obviously, I just moved to Crawley with my parents, and I was just working in retail, this kind of stuff, and met a couple guys down there. And then when I found out that a couple guys did music and stuff like that, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get into that. It's obviously before I was in a group, so I started getting into that, started recording with some of my friends and stuff like that. And I think one night there was a showcase in a club, and my friend, one of the guys, I'd even known him for like about 2 weeks, phoned my phone, he was like, oh, that, can you do me the biggest favour? I was like, what? He's like, oh, basically my friend, he's ill, and I need someone to sing the chorus for me. And he's like, you know that song you heard the other day in the studio, the one you loved? I was like, oh yeah. And I was singing it, and he's like, yeah, can you like come and sing it for me? And I was like, not really, like, I feel a bit conscious about singing someone else's stuff, it's a bit weird. And he was like, no man, like please, I really need you to do it, because obviously I can't cancel the show now because I said I'll do it. So I was just like, ah. So obviously I just done it anyway, didn't really want to do it, I'll be real. Felt conscious, man, felt nervous. I was just like, oh my gosh, I've just moved there like a month ago and I'm gonna be performing to all these people I don't even know, like it's just weird. I felt conscious. And then yeah, so I went on stage and did it. And then I did one of my own tracks as well, because I thought, right, if I'm gonna do something I might as well do one of my own tracks. So I did one of my own tracks. And then I think it was one of the girls from the group who came up to me and she was like, oh my gosh, you're really good, blah 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 blah. This the management I'm working with, they're putting a boy group together. You should talk to the management about it. You should talk to the management about it. And I was just like, never really want to be in a group. Felt a bit weird. Like, I was like, nah, man, I'm Michael Jackson in it. I can't be in a group. I need to be solo. I need to do all this moonwalk and stuff like. But then I think Kaz approached me and was like, oh. And Kaz was kind of scary when he approaches you, man. He's like, he's really quiet, just kind of in your personal space. And it was just like, he was like, yo, we're putting a group together. What are you saying? And I was like, what's the group about? And he was like, well, we've already got 2 guys, and I don't know, like, if just come down and have a look, see what you like. If you don't like it, then just do your own thing, innit? But at least come down and check it out. And I'm not the kind of person to do that kind of stuff. I don't do it. I get very nervous. I don't like it. I don't like it. I never really take things seriously. So I think that was the first time I'd done something and took it seriously. And I went down there, met the guys, and I wasn't really that into it. But then when I sung to them, and they were there kind of telling me that I'm this and that, and you need to work on this, I thought like, wait a minute, no, I'm good. I'm good. What do you mean I need to work on? No, I'm good. I do the things. And then they made me very conscious, and then I kind of wanted to be in a group, because I thought, wait, if they're telling me that they know more than me, then I should really be in a group, even if it's just for like a couple months or a year or whatever. At least I might learn something from being in the group. So then I really wanted to be in it, and I was just like, no, I'm gonna have to pick me now. I want to be in it. I want to do it. I want to do it. And yeah, from then it was just kind of just history, innit? Yeah. It's really weird how we all met. It was kind of a meant to be kind of moment. And Kaz is just always known for being in the wrong place at the wrong time. But I guess this time he was in the right place at the right time. Yeah.
Can I fast forward? I spoke to Sterling about, we all know that you guys were on X-Faktor, so everyone knows that part. Yeah. And I said to him, what was going through his mind when you guys actually signed the deal? Because signing the deal was like, at that point, must have been the pinnacle. So when you're at that stage, when you actually are confirmed to be signed with the label, how did you feel at that point?
That was just like, well, because of, I mean, 7 years we've been together, we've had so much heartbreak, so many people promising things and it never pans out. And it's just like, anytime something's gonna happen, we're kind of very casual with it. Like, my face is really kind of, oh, is it? Okay, cool, we'll see what happens. And that's kind of the way it is. So when it comes to signing the deal, again, we're really, like, I would say blasé with the whole thing. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see where we progress and where we get to. It didn't really, now, it hasn't really hit me like, oh my gosh, I'm signed. When people say it to me, I kind of get a feeling like, oh yeah, well, we are signed, I guess. But it doesn't really feel like it. It just feels like, I don't know, it just feels like we're able to focus on something without having to do a day job. That's all it feels like. Like, there's not really anything I can really explain about it. It doesn't really hit me. Only I think when we did the video, we shot the video, I think that's the day I kind of felt like, wow, this is a big deal, isn't it?
You see all the people on the
side. Yeah, on the side, making sure I'm wearing this, wearing that, stylist, and the guy giving me advice of how to do the thing, do my thing, and I'm just kind of like, obviously I know he's the director, but obviously in our eyes it's like, like, listen, I've been waiting for this moment my life, you know. I'm nice right now. Just tell me what you want me to do and I'll do it. But yeah, I think that's the only thing that's kind of hit me, just kind of shooting the video and hearing ourselves on the radio and stuff like that.
And when you were in the label and the video played in the label for Street Love, you and Sterling were just getting
we was running around.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to see how excited you were about seeing your product in the label on the TV.
Yeah, because you know what it was? It was the funniest thing, because I was watching MJ. I've never felt so good. So then I was watching that and I was just gassed in front of the TV. And next thing you know, we come on after MJ. Imagine, I just come on after my hero, like the guy I just wanted to be like for all my life. And then I come on after that. I think that's the reason I was the mostly gassed. Because like, oh my god, I came on after MJ. So I came on after MJ. And it was just gassed. But yeah, that was just we really get it's the things that we get excited about that people wouldn't expect you to. Like it's like loads of things happen when we get freebies, or we go to like we just kind of walk down the street and people notice us and say things to us, and we don't really pay too much mind to it. We just see it as, oh man, we're just us, innit? People calling us pop stars and stuff like that, and it's just like, really? Yeah. Really? But yeah, I think it's the small things that we cherish and love.
So let me ask you this, for you personally, you said it's been 7 years, things have been promised for you, highs and lows. Why persevere? Because at that point, there must be times when you may have thought, I'm done. Like, it may not happen.
You know what? Yeah, the amount of times we've had like moments where we thought, you know what, this is long. And me personally, I'm the oldest, so in my eyes, it's like I'm not getting any younger. So if this is gonna happen, it needs to happen soon. This is just getting long now. Like, it's getting long. Like, yeah, people making promises and not keeping them, and then it's just a lot of time wasted because they've said that this will happen, and then that's one thing about us, we put our all into it. So when we put our all into it and don't get nothing out of it, putting our all into it means we've spent like 2 years trying to do it. 2 years putting something into something and it's not come out, and it's just then we end up just in the yard sitting on the stairs, and sometimes we just have these deep conversations. Don't even mean to, but I'll be lying on the floor, Sterling will sit on the stairs, Kaz might come in the door from somewhere, like, what are you lot doing? It's like, nothing, just chatting. Then he sits down by the door, and then we just have the longest conversation about everything. But I think you get to a stage where it's just like, we got to a stage where we have to get something out of it, because we've been together for too long and done it and put so much into it that we have to get something out of it. There's no way that, obviously we're strong believers in God, you know what I mean? There's no way God's going to put us in his path and make us do so much and bring us together to not go anywhere. Why stop now? Why stop now? Because individually we've all got dreams, and then as a group someone will say, so what's your dream, what's your vision for Rough Copy? And you could say something. Then they could say, so what's your vision for yourself? And you could say something completely different. Like, when some people ask me for what's the vision myself, I just want to, I don't know, be on a platform, just people recognising what I can do. I've got a talent and I'm not afraid to say it or show it, so I just want to show the world, and that's what I've always been like.
Yeah. And I remember you were saying before, like, you're not asking for millions of pounds, you're not asking for that, like you're saying, you just want people to see what God's blessed you with.
Definitely.
And for that to take care of itself.
Yeah, like, I mean, a lot of people think, oh, you're famous now. A lot of my friends have just come to me and say, oh, that MC for ages, man, too busy being this superstar, you're forgetting about your friends, or you're and it's like, not really, like,
you're
like,
working, though,
yeah, I'm working, you know what I mean? And a lot of people just kind of have this perception of you, but like, really and truly, if you know me, you know that I just want to do what I love to do and just have enough change to pay my rent, buy a nice little, you know what I mean, some nice clothes now and again, go on a little holiday, maybe one day have a family, look after my family, and other than that, like, I don't want to be no millionaire. Like I said, I don't want it.
If it comes, it comes.
If it comes, it comes, but I'm not begging for it. I'm not begging that, right, we got to get somewhere because I need to have millions and millions. Like, I ain't got to be an MTV Cribs. That's not what I'm searching for. I just want to do what I love to do. Because there's nothing better than, I don't feel no more comfortable than on stage than anywhere else in the world. When I'm on stage, I'm at home. Like, I'm at home. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people could see that.
You know, another interesting thing is that when you reference how you used to look up to Michael Jackson, and then you also acknowledge yourself that as you looked up to Michael Jackson, youngsters are now going to be looking up to you.
Yeah.
You know, have you noticed that, you know, people, like young kids, are coming up to you and just, they're feeling inspired because they've met you today?
Yeah, it's funny that you say that, because we did a show yesterday called You Can Shine Educational Awards, and it was just like, it's just loads of kids, and we performed and all that kind of stuff. And when we was on stage, the guy who's presenting asked us questions of how it was for us growing up and what we inspired to be like and stuff like that, and it was just weird because there was a lot of kids that just staring at us and just looking at us, and when we was explaining how we was when we was in school, it just, you have a flashback of like, wow man, imagine, like, I was one of them kids one day. I was looking at someone, wanted to be like that someone. And it's really important for you to recognise that, because there is kids looking up to you. And I think when we was backstage, there's one little boy and he just wouldn't stop staring at me. He was just looking up at me like, oh my gosh. And I was just like, it's mad, because when MJ comes on the TV or anything like that or something like that, I'm just like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I think it's so weird that I'm having that effect on someone else, because you don't really feel like what you're doing is anything that special. You just feel like, okay, I can sing, I can perform, but you don't really think there's someone out there who wants to be like me. But when I'm on Twitter and I'm doing the Ask Joey takeover, people ask you questions and they're just like, oh, you're one of my biggest inspirations and blah blah blah, and I'm just like, wow, really? It's weird. It really is weird, and it really does take you to a place, man, where you're just like, you really have to appreciate what you have and what you're doing. Like, yeah, man, yeah, it's crazy.
That's a beautiful thing.
It is crazy.
Because just to actually have it, to know for yourself that other people are taking it like that, and you actually are, like, you could say something that's going to follow that person for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
You know, in a positive way.
Because one thing, like, I think I said it before, my auntie said to me, when I was sitting talking to my auntie about the tour and stuff like that, and I was like, so we did O2, and I remember I was sitting in the crowd watching Usher like a year before that, and I was just like, I have to be on that stage, and now I'm on that stage.
Oh, you had a conversation about that?
Yeah, like I had a conversation with my auntie about it, like, we just done O2, and I was like, oh, I can't believe we did O2, it was amazing, and I said, I remember a year ago I watched Usher there, I was sitting in the side over there, and I was watching Usher, and I was like jealous, like, I was just like, this needs to be me, I need to be on that stage, and then I was like, and I did it, like, I was on that stage, like, where he was, and I was like, I remember I said, I want to do that, I want to be like Usher, and she said to me, well, imagine there was a little boy who was probably in that crowd that night saying, I want to be on that stage like Jerry.
Wow.
And I was just like, boy.
When you were asked about the things that you want for yourself, and you would know that as the group, what do you want for the group and your other brothers as Rough Copy?
Like, I just really want us to get something out of this. Like, I really want to feel like we've achieved. I really want to feel like we've taken this to a place. Because, like I said, we're all talented in our own right. And we've come together, and over the things that we've come across over these 7 years, we know that we are meant to be together as a three. Because when one of us is not there, they're missed, it's not working. You know what I mean? Something's wrong. And we can identify that straight away. I mean, when we went to X-Faktor and we had all that trouble with Kaz and we had to go as a two, like there was one point where we was in New York and me and Sterling was sitting there in like Central Park, and we was just like, and both of us were thinking of it, we didn't want to say it. And Sterling said it, he was like, I miss Kaz, man. And I was like, oh, don't, man. And then we literally started bawling, just there. Because it just wasn't right. It's not where it's supposed to be. And we had a vision, we have to do something here. We have to make something happen, because when we go back, we believe that everything that happened, where Kaz came in the group and we did the whole X-Faktor thing as a free, we believed that. We believed that's what was going to happen. Something told us that we have to go out there and, yeah, okay, maybe we have to do this hurdle as a two, but something's going to happen. Like, this is just not going to end here. It's not going to be a two, and you know what I mean? So I think for my brothers and for myself, I just want us to succeed to a place which makes us happy in our hearts. And I think that's all I can really say. Because as long as we're all happy, no one can take away your happiness.